So I have a fairly large garden this year. I'm starting to run out of room. I've got a lot of stuff planted. Tons and tons of things came back year after year, like those artichokes and the lemon balm. So I've started inserting things like my Walla Walla onions in between other plants. Like this is in a group of celery. It's kind of crammed in there, but we'll see how it goes. Over here, I've put them in along with the tomatoes and peppers. I have a lot of little pepper plants and tomatoes growing in there. Can't see them, but they're there. This is the original onion field. We'll see how that does. Yeah, it's mostly potatoes and radishes and weeds. I haven't taken care of that bed yet. I'm trying to grow a lot of herbs and asparagus over here. Here's what's left of my seedlings. Still have this many to get out. So I've got a lot of work ahead of me. And just wish I had a little bit more space. Another big garden box like this would be helpful. But it's a little late to get that started. Here's a kale bed that came back without even being reseeded. Some cabbage in there, some lettuce, more kale, potatoes. Lots of goodies in here. In these tubs, each one of them has a different type of gourd. This one's a sweet dumpling squash. So that's this right here, this right here. This is a sunflower. There's two of them. A lot of the rest of this is weeds. I think that might be a radish right there. Might be a lot of radishes in there. Let's see, what's that? I don't know what these are. Looks like it's something I planted, but I'm not sure what it is. I didn't mark it. Here's another one. This one is butternut squash. Got this plant right here and this plant right over here. So two nice butternut squash right next to each other, and then there's another sunflower. Got a couple of little fig trees here. That one, that one. This one is spaghetti squash right here and right here. And another sunflower. Oh, is this the third one? Well, that might not be spaghetti squash. These are going to be golden zucchini and a sunflower again. You see there's a little bit of kale in here. Throw some peas in here. My goal is to have a big sunflower sticking out of every one of these barrels. I've got a bunch of them here. This is going to be ginger. There's rosemary. For some reason I have a potato in there. Don't know why. It's growing faster than the sunflower that I put in there. It must have been from the compost. I've got some sweet corn in this one. Over here's another ginger with a sunflower. And these radishes are just coming up everywhere. crazy. Got more radishes than I know what to do with. That's oregano, some garlic, and there's some sage. Really nice big sage plant. You see some of the damage from the freeze we had in early May. And this is thyme. The bumblebees love this stuff. They're all over it. And there's some more onions going to seed, chives actually. I just think they're pretty, so I leave them. And there's Philip. It's my lilac. A few days ago, this was in full bloom, and the whole property smelled like lilac. It was awesome. Here's my strawberry patch. Looks like all the petals are falling off the blooms. And we're getting ready to have a bunch of strawberries come in. They're all over this thing. Here's my southern magnolia tree. Looks like it's doing well. That's a lot of new growth on there. This is my raspberry patch. Another place the bumblebees love to hang out. There's another little lilac. And another little lilac. And that is Daphne. That one smells really sweet. And here's the greenhouse. I have scorpion chilies over here, Trinidad scorpions. Over here I have Carolina reapers. And that right there is a magnolia that I started from cutting. And this one is some kind of mimosa. It's a sensitive plant. If you touch it, the leaves fold up. Well, maybe it's too young for that right now. This is Bok Choy, and there's a purple lettuce that volunteered. Got some peas in here. I haven't planted out the rest of it. And there's my strawberry patch in the greenhouse. Got some berries on there already. And over here I've got a nice big cilantro getting going here. And there are some tomatoes. That one looks like it's not doing too well. A sunflower in a galangal. It's used for Asian cooking. It's kind of like ginger. Kind of looks like ginger. This is my kiwi berry bush or vine. Can't wait for that harvest. That's going to be a bumper crop. This is my cherry tree. Put the netting around this to keep all the birds off. So this year, hopefully I'll have lots of nice cherries. And this here is a thornless blackberry. There's no thorns on this. And it produces these really big, sweet blackberries. So this one is doing really well this year. Lots and lots of blooms on it. So I can't wait for that harvest. There's a little butterfly bush. That was cut all the way down to the ground over the winter, so that's all this year's growth. pretty good. There's my potting soil pile. Another potato. These grow wherever. That's my rainwater collection and distribution system. I'll make another video specifically on that later on. It captures all the rainwater from the roof of the garage, this awning, and that shed. And it's, I think, 2,700 gallons. So that helps me get through the dry season. I have it on automatic drip. So all these drippers come through here. And they water all the plants, all the beds, just give them enough to stay moist. Keep from burning up. And then of course I come out here and hand water all the time. It's kind of like therapy. And look at that. Little patch of fungus. Don't know what they are, but they're popping up everywhere around here. Lots of little patches of those. So that's my garden. I know I missed a few things. There are fruit trees over there beyond those barrels. There's a yellow lilac right there in the middle of the picture. But it's a pretty big space, a lot of stuff going on. You can hardly keep up with it. But if you enjoyed the video, click like and subscribe and stay tuned for more videos of my garden.